Hello everyone and welcome back to Satoshi Snack. My name is Marco from Mind the Chart, and every week I do technical analysis on cryptocurrency. So if you're not subscribed to the channel, I suggest you to do so. And also you can check our application, Satoshi Snack. You can find on the App Store, you can find on Google Play, and also on the desktop version on the website, mtcsatoshysnack.com. Is a kind of a social media cryptocurrency application. Is a newborn one, so it's not that fast as Twitter, but we're trying to collect more information as possible. So if you want to tag along, actually the base of the application is in Italy, so the common language here on the application is Italian. But if you want to join us and you want to post in English or whatever language you feel comfortable with, you can do that, and it will be really appreciated because we want to actually increase the network of the application. It's a little bit laggy, especially on Android, but we're working on it. So it's a new application, so if you want to join and tag along, we will be really happy. But now let's jump into the technical analysis of today. So we start with Bitcoin. And the last update, the last time we checked in was before the all-time high. So we actually got the all-time high because of the ETF approval on the future. So Bitcoin Future ETF, BITO. Then we got another one. So we had this hype on the ETF approval, and we went straight to the all-time high. Actually, we touched the first we touched the 67K. Then we retraced on the weekly, so we actually marked here on the 57,000 our weekly higher low, and then we went for another bull flag and higher high and all-time high once again. But the fact was that this bull flag we created here was without continuation, so we didn't have enough volume without continuation, so it wasn't backed up with volume and continuation, and we actually got this upper wick here almost similar to this previous one and this previous one. So is this potentially could be our top? It might be, but right now we are not in a downtrend. Actually, we are in an uptrend on every time frame. So if we start with the monthly time frame, we will see actually we are in uptrend here. So still we are in the higher high zone of the monthly time frame. So in order to start our monthly consolidation, we will need to lose actually the weekly time frame, and we are so far away from losing the weekly time frame right now. So there is no reason to check on the monthly right now. So what we want to check here, the only thing on the monthly I can tell you, actually, if you want to put some cash aside, in the case we will get this monthly consolidation, it will be good for you. So you might want to take some profit here, like 20%, even if you're long, because if we get actually this this retest of the 7 EMA or the 12 EMA, you want to have cash in that moment because it's really important, even if we are going for a monthly bull flag. So on the weekly we got this higher low here, which was our last higher low, so higher high, and so we might get some kind of a tiny range right now for the next week for a lot of names, not just Bitcoin, but I want to stick to this chart now. So what I'm seeing right now is the last higher low is 57,800 ish. Then we have the higher high on 69,000 pretty much. So we have this upper wick, and if we're going on the daily time frame, what I'm seeing right here is this kind of a rising wedge it's forming. Why is forming kind of a rising wedge? Because we broke actually the bull flag on the weekly without continuation. So every time you break a bull flag or a bear flag without continuation, you're looking for a rising wedge or a falling wedge. In this case, we broke the higher high without continuation, so we're looking for a rising wedge. So that's what we're getting right now. And what about the daily time frame? Here we had this tiny range for a while. We broke bullish, we test this level here, and then we went down when this happened with the Evergrande FUD the last week. We saw this Evergrande FUD when the stock market was weak. Actually, the S&P 500 went for also a daily higher low, which is almost a bull flag anyway. but the Bitcoin was correlated to the broader market that day. Evergrande FUD, we got also the ETF spot approval rejected, so we got some FUD, and we saw actually the price went down for looking for another higher low compared to 60,000. So it's pretty much good right now where we are. It's not that bad, but if we are losing right now this level 62,700, we might confirm changing in the daily time frame. So we might lose the daily uptrend. So that's not what we want to see. What we want to see is actually confirm this new daily higher low here, 62,300, which is already confirmed because yesterday we changed the 4-hour trend here to the bulls, but then without continuation. So what it formed here is a potential bear flag on the daily. So now Bitcoin is forming this potential bear flag on the daily because we broke actually the inside bar without continuation. So now we don't have enough bull volume. So the risk of a bear flag is increasing because also we got this retracement from here to here, which was 0.38. We couldn't breach that. So now we have this potential of a bear flag. So that's pretty much what we are having on Bitcoin right now. So we want to actually keep this 62,300. We don't want to lose this level. If we lose this level, we might increase the possibility of a changing on the daily trend from uptrend to downtrend. And that's what bulls don't want to see. The only thing that makes me more comfortable is the fact that the 12 and the 26 EMA are crossed above and there is enough space here, so it's not that risky. And the 12 EMA is holding the price up above itself, so that's something good. But what we want to see actually is a daily lower high higher than this one, because the higher we go, the better it is. So we can get some kind of a range for the next week. So that's what the bulls wants in their favor. They don't want to lose the daily uptrend right now. Otherwise, we increase the possibility of this to be the top, and then we can actually shrink here on the weekly time frame. And we might lose the weekly time frame as well if the bears takes control. So we don't want that. So the last buy opportunity was actually the 1 hour RSI we got here, pretty much the 12th of November. And that was a good buy opportunity. Also here on the 10th of November with stop loss below the last higher low on 60,000. And now bulls are trying to, dance around this 200 EMA on the hourly. And that's what we want to see. More push from the bulls part toward the all-time high. That's what we want to see, right? So Bitcoin dominance, it's not telling enough. I mean, Bitcoin dominance is kind of where it is here. Is in this weekly range we are watching. So we got this weekly equilibrium on the Bitcoin dominance we are watching. And as long as we stay inside this equilibrium, there's nothing Bitcoin dominance can tell us, actually. So it's kind of useless right now, because also we have a lot of ecosystems. It's not like 2017 where the Bitcoin dominance was so important. Watching the Bitcoin dominance was so important for the money rotation. Right now it's not the same thing. I mean, we have farming, staking, yields, and a lot of stuff, and where actually even if you're not moving your coins, you're still earning money. So there is no need to move money around as before. With this DeFi, decentralization is better to stay and hold your coin while you're staking, you're farming, and you're making money as well. So there is no need to move money around on the centralized exchange because you don't have anything else to do. So that's the reason why the Bitcoin dominance is losing its power, and it's losing its relevance, because there is nothing to see here as long as we stay inside this monthly equilibrium. Something to watch though is Ethereum, because Ethereum now is having this channel on the daily time frame, and if it's gonna lose this channel, it's gonna also lose the daily uptrend and it might start the weekly consolidation here. So Ethereum is something to watch, because it can actually start weekly consolidation, and it will be good to buy Ethereum on the weekly consolidation on the next dip. So I'm gonna take a closer look on Ethereum on this trend line here. Also, I'm gonna watch the first 4-hour RSI. If Ethereum is gonna go down and touch the 200 EMA on the 4-hour, this is the level I'm watching. And by the way, this channel has been played a lot of bottoms and tops, as you can see, climbing up, and now we are almost losing this channel. So it's not something so important, the channel itself, because it's just to frame the price action. It's nothing that you want to use like as a gauge to find something. It's just you want to see this channel and say, all right, if I am getting closer to the bottom, I might enter with a position, put the stop loss below the last higher low, so I can go for the next top on the channel. So that's how you want to play your channel, like bottom fishing, top fishing, nothing more, So we have this resistance, as I just drew here, and if you just want to break this equilibrium is making, and it's a kind of a descending triangle, we want to break this bullish. We want to try to get up above here. 5,000 pretty much is the target. If we break below, I think the first 4-hour RSI around 4,400 is the level I'm watching, with the stop loss below 4,300 pretty much. Or you might want to put your stop loss below the 200 EMA on the 4-hour. And this it might go actually and coincide with the lower high on the Ethereum Bitcoin on the weekly, on the 3 weeks, because we also have this 3 weeks equilibrium on Ethereum Bitcoin. You see, we got the bottom, top, higher low, lower high, higher low, and we might get the lower high here before we break one way or another this equilibrium. If we break bullish, we might get also the Bitcoin dominance breaking bearish here, and Ethereum Bitcoin breaking bullish, and this will follow the alt season. If we break bearish, that means that maybe we found the temporary top on Bitcoin and the whole market, and we might go for monthly consolidation. So that's what I'm watching right now. So it's important, this equilibrium, because the last time we got this Ethereum Bitcoin equilibrium, we broke bearish, we started bear market. So it's something I'm watching closely. ADA, actually we have this channel here I'm also watching, and we have this top here, bottom on the 200 EMA several times. We had this falling wedge, broken bullish, and then we reached the top once again, another similar pattern here. And the bulls of ADA, what they want to see is the same kind of price action we got here before. So now we are seeing this. We had this weekly equilibrium breaking bearish. We touched the 200 EMA. We recovered a little bit. We lost again. So now we're trading sideways. The 12 and the 26 EMA are cross bearish, so they want to cross bullish. So ADA is something, ADA is something that we're watching closely. If it gets to the bottom of this channel, it might be good start to scale down some entries and maybe put your stop loss below $1. I know it's far away, but if you're taking the risk reward here and you enter here, you might want to put your stop loss below 47% and get your target here on 100% pretty much following this channel. It's a long-term play, but it might worth something. And remember, you can scale down here. So you want to take this kind of a trade with a long-term perspective. So the more you increase your percentage, the more you are actually you're living your life in a certain way. I'm getting to the point telling you that you don't need to do day trading on ADA. You can just set your stop loss below $1 and take a ride to $3.40, and it might happen. You don't know. BNB, what we are having here is a test of the all-time high. BNB is trying so hard to get to the all-time high as the others, and it's fighting so hard. And now what we're risking is a double top, but actually this lower wick here is a strong reaction from the deep. So we have this daily kind of a equilibrium here. So we want to break this 667 and try for an all-time high once again. And the 4-hour time frame, we had this resistance here that we broke bullish, but without enough volume. So I want to see more volume. I want to see more power. So we might need Bitcoin to get above 65,000 if you want to see BNB reaching and breaking the all-time high. All right. So AVAX, so Avalanche. So what we're seeing here is another channel. We can actually, this one, you might see another channel we are watching. So we have this triangle here. We broke bullish, and from that point we start to climb up, higher lows, higher highs, and now we reach the all-time high, also AVAX, and we are actually climbing down now, touching the 12 EMA, also going for the 26 EMA. So this might be the first hourly RSI we're getting on Avalanche, and that's where you want to enter with a stop loss below the last higher low on the daily, which is here, pretty far away. 80 is the last higher low, but you want to enter on the hourly RSI pretty much around the 200 EMA on the hourly, which it was support twice before and more. So you want to enter there and try to climb up once again. So that's my suggestion. Take a look at 1 hour RSI on AVAX, whatever you want to call it. And then we have Solana. So Solana is another one you want to watch closely. And what we have on Solana was the all-time high, then the deep, and then we're trying for a lower high here. So even on Solana is the same thing. You want to check for the first hourly RSI. It might be a good entry point with stop loss below 220 and try to break this resistance for a continuation. So that's what you want to watch. And also you can draw this line here, and if we are going to the bottom of this triangle, you might enter here with the stop loss below and try for a continuation. And the last one is Luna. Luna is already on the first hourly RSI. It bounced a little bit, but on the daily, what we're having is actually a pattern where we had the last higher low here on 44.18, higher high 55, lower high 53, not confirmed, inside bar right now on the daily, and the 4 hour is kind of trending down, but we might have the first 4 hour RSI here on the 200 EMA. So that's the point where you want to enter. If we get to the 200 EMA, look what happened the last time, look what happened the last 2 times, look what happened here. So the 200 EMA on the 4 hour is a strong support for Luna, so you want to enter there, put your stop loss below, and try to take a ride on Luna as well. So that's pretty much that's pretty much all for today, guys. So remember, if you wanted to subscribe to the applications down below, it's totally free. You can create your account, be follow, and also I will be back maybe in 3 days to check on the market. So let me know in the comments down below, and on to the next one.